In John 3, verse 18, it says, whoever believes in him is not condemned. But whoever does not believe in him stands condemned already, because they have not believed in the name of God's one and only Son. As you exercise your neck muscles, remember to hold your head high in faith, knowing that belief only in Jesus Christ brings freedom from condemnation. Just as strengthening your neck muscles gives you stability and confidence, trusting in Jesus gives you spiritual stability, freedom from sin, and assurance. So hold firm to your faith and stand tall in his love. I'm Roman Hunter. Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about manual isometric neck strengthening exercises. Manual isometric neck strengthening exercises. It's a long name. Pretty much isometric exercises for the neck that will help to strengthen the muscles of the neck. All right. So before I even go any further, I just want to clarify something with you. All right. Isometric exercises. Isometric. That term isometric means same measure, same length. Pretty much it's a type of muscle contraction, just like how you have concentric contraction, eccentric, isotonic. You have isometric. It's a type of muscle contraction that doesn't involve movement. So while performing this exercise, you're not supposed to be moving. There are not supposed to be any movement occurring in that area while performing this exercise. Now, this exercise is particularly important for strengthening, not for hypertrophy or muscle building or muscle development. It's primarily used for muscle strengthening. What happens is during isometric contraction, you have a lot of neuromotor recruitment. You have a lot of neuromotor stimulation, and you have a lot more fibers being recruited in that muscle. More fibers that you have being recruited in that muscle, it ultimately ends up with more force generation, which carries over into greater strength production of that muscle. All right, so it really helps with muscle strengthening, not hypertrophy. It doesn't stimulate the muscle to produce those hypertrophic gains or benefits of that muscle. Okay, so it's only used for strengthening. And it is primarily used in rehabilitative settings. It can be used in other settings as well. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't necessarily have to be rehabilitative. It doesn't have to be in the context of an injury. But it's really good when you have neck pain secondary to weak neck muscles, or secondary to some other medical conditions, spondylosis, cervical spondylosis that you may have, or you may have a cervical disc herniation of some sort. Now, in that context, on that note, if it is that you have any medical condition regarding the neck, and you're about to perform this exercise but you're not sure, I would say seek medical advice first, seek medical counsel first from the physiotherapist or your medical doctor before performing this exercise. Now, in the cases whereby you have difficulty or you have pain during movement, it's a wonderful exercise because you don't really have to be moving. So you keep your head nice and steady in a pain-free position, and you perform these exercises in that pain-free position. This exercise is not supposed to be eliciting any pain. So if while performing this exercise you have increasing pain, then you can stop from performing this exercise. Okay, good. So I just hope that's clear before I go ahead and show you how to perform this exercise. Now, the starting position for this exercise is it can be done in sitting, it can be done in standing, it can be done in kneeling. It can be done at home, it can be done in a hotel, it can be done anywhere in a supermarket, it can be done anywhere in a park. It doesn't really matter. And this exercise, you don't, like I said from before, it doesn't necessarily have to be a situation whereby you have some medical condition about the neck, disc herniation, spondylosis, spondylolisthesis. You don't really have to have any medical condition per se. If you just want to work on strengthening the neck muscles, this exercise is still good for you. All right, so you start, I'm in a seated position, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to bring my hand to the head. Now, the neck moves in different directions. It moves in rotation, extension, flexion, extension, flexion, and side flexion, all right? Or lateral flexion, as if you're bringing your ear your right ear to your right shoulder, or your left ear to your left shoulder. Okay? So those are the different positions that the neck moves in. All right? And we're going to be working on those different positions using manual isometric neck strengthening exercises. And I'm going to show you, the first one is in side flexion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the hand, so you're going to keep your body nice and upright. Try not to round the shoulders. Try not to round the shoulders like this and perform the exercise. Keep your body nice and upright. Brace your core. Head is in a neutral position. So when you're performing isometric exercises, ideally what you want to do, you want the limb, whatever limb that you're working on, because it doesn't necessarily have to be the neck. You can do isometric exercise for pretty much any limb of the body, your hands, the upper limb, lower limb, the neck, whatever. All right? But you need that limb to be in a neutral position. It will be good, ideally, to have it in a neutral position. If it is that the neutral position is a painful position for you, and there's a pain-free range or a pain-free position that you can put your neck in, well then, find that pain-free position first before performing this exercise, all right? Find the pain-free position of the neck first before performing this exercise. Otherwise, from that, if there's no pain at all, there's no medical conditions that you have to be concerned about regarding the neck, you just want to work on neck strengthening exercises, then keep that limb, keep that position in a neutral position, right? So you want to be in a neutral. So the neck is in a neutral position, my shoulders are back and down, and I'm bringing the hand to the side of the head because I'm working on lateral flexion. So you put the hand to the side of the same direction that you're going to be moving your head in. So let's say that I'm going to be lateral flexing, I'm going to be bending my head to the right side. So you put the right hand to the right side of the head, just above the ears. You're not putting it over the ears, you're not putting it on the jaw, you're putting it above the ears to the side. Temporal area, you're putting it right there, the palm of the hand to the side of the head. My elbow is out. Remember, don't bring the head down like this. You don't want to move that neck. It's isometric. There's no movement occurring. Your head is steady. It's not neutral. The only thing that's moving is the hand. Right? The head remains steady. It stays in a neutral position throughout all the exercises, irrespective, regardless of which muscle group that you're working, which movement that you're focusing on, whether it be extension, flexion, rotation, side flexion, it doesn't matter. The head stays in a neutral position. Bring the hand to the side of the head above the ear, and you're going to press the head into the hand as if you're performing this movement. You're actually trying to perform side flexion, but you're using your hand to block that movement. And that's the same principle for the other movements of the neck. All right? So you're pressing the head into the hand, and you can hold it for about 5 to 6 seconds. As you get better, you can start holding it for about 10 seconds. And you do a couple sets or reps of this exercise. So you hold it for a couple seconds, depending on your tolerance, depending on what you're able to manage at the time. As you get better, more proficient, more competent in this exercise, and the endurance in those neck muscles have improved, then you can increase the holding time for this exercise. All right. So again, I'm pressing my head into the side of my hand. So I'm not moving the neck. My hand is blocking the movement of the head, and I'm pressing the head into the side, into my hand, into the palm of my hand. And I'm holding for a couple seconds. I'm doing the same thing for the other side. Again, the neck remains steady. I'm not moving the neck. The head is in a neutral position, looking straight ahead. I'm just pressing my head into my hand, and I'm using the palm of my hand to block the movement of my head. And I'm holding it, I'm holding that contraction for a period of time. And this is the isometric contraction. There is no movement occurring. There's a contraction of the muscles, but without any movement. All right, so that's a side flexion. Bring the hand to the head, not the head to the hand. So again, I'm not doing this. I'm not putting my head to the hand. I'm bringing the hand to the head. Bring the hand to the head. You can do a couple reps of this, holding each rep for a couple seconds, as prescribed by your trainer or your physiotherapist or medical doctor. When I finish with that one, I can work on extensions. For extension, I can either use one hand. So I'm putting the hand by the occiput right here. I can use whichever hand that's more convenient. If it is that you have shoulder problems on your right side, if you have a right shoulder issue and you're unable to bring your hand all the way to the back of the head like this, then you can use the other hand, that's fine. Whichever hand that's more comfortable with you, or you can use both hands, put both hands behind the head at the level of the occiput, and you're going to press the head into the hands. So the movement that you're actually performing for extension is this. This is the movement that you're actually performing, okay? But you're using the hands to block that movement. So you bring your hands back, overlap them. So bring them back and overlapping them like this. Elbows out to the side, and I'm pressing the head back into the hands. Show you from side view, I'm pressing the head back into the hands. There's no movement of the neck occurring, and I'm holding for a couple seconds. And then down. Give your neck a little break, and then go again. Again, the head stays in a neutral position. The head is not supposed to be moving forward like that. Shoulders not supposed to be rounded forward like that. Shoulders back. Back nice and upright. Posture nice and upright. Head is in a neutral position looking straight ahead. Not supposed to be down and not supposed to be up like this. In a neutral position looking straight ahead. Again, find that position that is pain-free and perform the exercise in that position. If it is that you're not concerned about any pain, then keep your neck in a neutral position. Chin slightly tucked in, looking straight ahead. Okay? So this is for extension. Now for flexion, you're going to put the hand, you're bringing the hand to the forehead. So again, show you from side view, you're bringing the hand to the forehead. Whichever hand that you want to use, the right hand, left hand, it doesn't really matter. You can just use one hand, bring it to the forehead, and press forward as if you're performing this exercise. So you're performing neck flexion, but you're using the hand to block that movement. You bring the hand to the forehead while the neck stays in neutral position and you're pressing into the hand. You hold for a couple seconds, relax. You can go again. You can switch hands or alternate hands if you want. You hold for a couple seconds. You're pressing the head into the hand. You're supposed to feel a pressure into the palm of your hand. So you're supposed to feel the pressure of the head into the palm of the hand, and you're using that hand to block the movement of the neck. So this is neck flexion. Okay? For rotation, put the hand to the side of the face. Take off the glasses and show you, put the hand to the side of the face, and you're actually performing this movement. So you're rotating to the right. I'm using my right hand because I'm rotating my head to the right. I'm going to use the right hand, put the right hand by the side of the face, and I'm blocking the rotatory movement of the neck. I'm blocking the movement. So there's no movement occurring right there. Contracting those muscles that are responsible for neck rotation. And I'm pressing into the palm of my hand. I'm not doing side flexion, I'm actually rotating. So I'm using my hand to block the rotation of the neck. And I'm holding that for a couple seconds. So next thing, next side. So I'm rotating it to the left side now. I'm rotating the neck to the left side. I'm using my left hand. Put it to the side of the face and block it. If you have temporomandibular, TMJ, temporomandibular joint dysfunction, or temporomandibular joint pain, TMJ joint pain, or some TMJ issue, and this position of the hand against the jaw, it hurts or aggravates the pain, then you can put the hand to the side and front of the head. Not completely to the side like what you had done with side flexion, but to the side and front, almost to the side and front, just in front of the ear. Not directly above the ear as if you're doing side flexion, but to the side and front of the ear, and you're actually going to rotate to that side. So I'm using my right hand, I'm rotating my head to the right side to look over my right shoulder. As if I'm looking over the right shoulder. I'm putting my right hand to the top, above the ear, but to the front, to the side and front of my right ear, and I'm rotating. I'm blocking the rotation movement, the rotatory movement of the neck with my hand. Same thing for the left side, I'm blocking the movement. I'm rotating my head to the left side. I'm using my left hand to block the movement. I'm feeling the pressure against the palm of my left hand, and I'm holding it there for a couple seconds. So this is manual isometric neck strengthening exercises. I've shown you for rotation, I've shown you for flexion, I've shown you for extension, and I've shown you for side flexion. All right. It's a wonderful exercise for the neck to strengthen the muscles of the neck. It has also helped to relieve neck pain that is associated with spondylosis or arthritis in the neck. If you have like disc bulges or disc herniations, it also helps to strengthen the muscles around the neck to help provide more support and stability for your spine. All right. It helps to offload the pressure from off of the spine. The stronger these neck muscles are, the better it is and the more functional you are. It helps to really increase and improve your functional performance of the neck, and also helps as a therapeutic or rehabilitative exercise. Otherwise from that, you can just use it as a warm-up type of exercise. I really pray and hope that this exercise helps you. And remember to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm Roman Hunter. Have a wonderful day. Blessings.